Most people with high cholesterol are doing everything right. They cut back on saturated fat, they read food labels, they switch to olive oil, and their numbers still are not moving. What almost nobody tells them is that the problem might not be what they are eating at all. It might be when. There is one specific time of day that dietitians say is actively working against your heart health every single time you eat during it. And the frustrating part is that it is probably the time you snack the most. We are going to get into exactly what that time is, why it matters biologically, and what to do instead. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand something about cholesterol that most people never figure out, even after years of trying to manage it. Stick around because the snack ideas at the end of this video are genuinely good, and one of them involves something most people would never think to connect to cholesterol management. Before we get into the timing, it helps to understand something that most cholesterol conversations completely skip over. Your body does not process food the same way at every hour of the day. You have an internal clock, driven by something called your circadian rhythm, and that clock controls how efficiently your body breaks down fat and carbohydrates. Earlier in the day, your metabolism is primed and ready. Fat gets broken down and used for energy. Carbohydrates get processed efficiently. Everything runs the way it is supposed to. But as the day goes on, and especially as night approaches, that efficiency drops significantly. Your body starts shifting into rest and repair mode. Fat metabolism slows down. Carbohydrate processing becomes less effective. And when you eat during this window, your body handles that food very differently than it would have handled the exact same food at noon. This is not a theory. Research has shown that eating late at night is directly associated with higher total cholesterol and higher LDL cholesterol, which is the harmful kind, even when the total number of calories consumed is identical to someone eating earlier. Same calories, worse outcomes. The only variable is the clock. So what is the worst time to snack if you have high cholesterol? Late at night. And the reason goes deeper than most people realize. Preventative cardiology dietitian Michelle Ruthenstein explains it this way. When you eat at night, your body is not aligned with its natural metabolic rhythm, which means fat breakdown becomes less efficient, and there is a greater tendency for those fats to be stored rather than burned. Over time, that pattern shows up directly in your lipid profile. There is also a behavioral layer on top of the biological one. People tend to reach for very different foods late at night compared to earlier in the day. The afternoon snack is often something reasonable. The late night snack is chips, crackers, cookies, ice cream, foods that are higher in saturated fat, refined carbohydrates, and added sugar, all three of which directly impact cholesterol levels. So the late night snack problem is actually two problems stacked on top of each other. The wrong time combined with the worst food choices. Now here is the shift that matters. If late night is the worst time to snack, earlier in the day is the best. Research specifically supports moving calories toward the earlier part of the day as more effective for managing cholesterol because it works with your circadian rhythm instead of against it. A mid-morning snack or an afternoon snack hits your body at a time when it is equipped to use that energy properly. And this is where it gets interesting, because a well-timed snack is not just neutral for cholesterol. It can actually be a tool for improving it. Dietitian Kieran Campbell puts it directly. Smart snacking can be a genuine strategy for lowering cholesterol when it helps you add fiber, healthy fats, and plant foods you would otherwise miss. So what does a smart snack actually look like for someone managing cholesterol? There are three things to build around: soluble fiber, unsaturated fats, and antioxidants. Let me explain why each one matters. Soluble fiber is the most important one. Unlike regular fiber, soluble fiber actually binds to cholesterol in the digestive tract and helps carry it out of the body before it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. It physically removes LDL cholesterol. Foods high in soluble fiber are doing active work on your numbers every time you eat them. Oats, beans, chia seeds, and certain fruits are among the best sources. Unsaturated fats work differently. They help make HDL cholesterol, the good kind, more functional. And when they replace saturated fats in the diet, they directly contribute to lowering LDL. Nuts, seeds, avocado, and olive oil are the main sources here. Antioxidants matter because one of the ways cholesterol becomes dangerous is when LDL particles get oxidized by harmful reactive oxygen species in the body. Antioxidant-rich foods help limit that oxidative damage. Berries, colorful vegetables, and certain fruits are among the highest sources. Now here are 5 specific snacks that combine these principles and that dietitians actually recommend for people managing cholesterol. The first one is prunes with nut butter. This might sound like an unusual combination, but the research behind prunes specifically is surprisingly strong. Eating 5 to 6 prunes daily has been shown to raise HDL cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and increase antioxidant capacity. Prunes are rich in fiber and phenolic compounds, and pairing them with nut butter adds unsaturated fats that further support your lipid profile. This is a snack that is doing multiple things at once. The second one is unsalted nuts on their own. Research consistently shows that adding nuts to the diet improves blood lipids, specifically reducing total cholesterol and the number of small, dense LDL particles, which are the most harmful type. Nuts also appear to improve HDL function independently. A small handful in the afternoon is one of the most evidence-backed snack choices available for heart health. The third is hummus with a variety of colorful vegetables. The vegetables provide antioxidants that help protect against arterial damage from oxidized LDL. The chickpeas in hummus contribute soluble fiber. Using a mix of different colored vegetables maximizes the range of antioxidants you are getting because different colors represent different protective compounds. This one is also genuinely easy to prepare in advance. The fourth is plain Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds. This combination is particularly well designed. The yogurt provides protein which supports satiety and helps prevent overeating later. The berries deliver antioxidants, and chia seeds are 40% fiber by weight, making them one of the most concentrated sources of soluble fiber available. Even a small amount added to a snack makes a meaningful contribution to cholesterol management over time. The fifth is oatmeal with unsweetened soy milk. This one might feel more like a meal than a snack, but it works either way. Oats contain beta-glucan, a specific type of soluble fiber that is one of the most studied cholesterol-lowering compounds in nutrition research. 3 grams of beta-glucan daily, which is roughly the amount in a cup of cooked oatmeal, consistently reduces total and LDL cholesterol in clinical studies. The soy milk adds polyunsaturated fats and soy protein, both of which contribute additional cholesterol-reducing effects on top of the oats. Pulling all of this together here is what actually matters. Snacking is not the enemy when it comes to cholesterol. Late-night snacking is. The same snack eaten at 2 in the afternoon and 11 at night will have different effects on your lipid profile because your body handles fat and carbohydrate metabolism fundamentally differently depending on the time of day. One late-night snack is not going to derail years of progress, but making it a consistent habit, especially with the kinds of foods most people reach for at night, will gradually move your numbers in the wrong direction. The fix is simpler than most people expect. Move your snacks earlier. Build them around soluble fiber, unsaturated fats, and antioxidants. Plan them in advance so you are not making impulsive choices when hunger hits at the wrong time of day. When it comes to managing cholesterol, it turns out that the clock on the wall matters just as much as the food on your plate. If this changed the way you think about snacking, share it with someone who is trying to manage their cholesterol. Most people never hear about the timing piece, and it might